y'all, it's Erin. It's that time again, fitness Q&A video. The first question comes from Patricia. She asks, 8, 10, 12, 15, how many reps and why? The goal is to build muscle. Patricia, the answer to that question is yes. Anything in that rep range is going to help you build muscle if you've increased the time under tension for the muscle. So, if you're doing pretty reasonable weight that's challenging for you and you're taking your time with the concentric and the eccentric motion, really focusing on that muscle group, then you should be able to build muscle. That's assuming that you're taking in protein, etc., etc. So, and also if you're doing reps of 8 right now, mix it up. Throw in some 10s, throw in some 12s. Do a pyramid, do 15, 12, 10, 8. The goal is to find something that works for you, do that for a few weeks, and then mix it up. The next question comes from Constance. She asks, finding the balance between enough calories to fuel workouts but still being able to drop fat and gain muscle is something I'm trying to figure out at the moment. Is it even possible to do at the same time? Well, the thing is, Constance, is that it is a balance. You want to make sure that you're never going below your basal metabolic rate, and there are several calculators online that will help you determine how many calories you need just to live on a daily basis. So make sure you're getting enough calories. Also, make sure you're getting about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Also, watch, your body will tell you when you start to cut calories, and I notice this too whenever I'm dieting, that my intensity in the gym will be okay, but when I'm outside of the gym, I may be a little bit more sedentary, so I might sit around, I might not want to get up and do stuff, and you kind of have to take your overall activity level into consideration. So if you cut your calories too much, you might be kind of like slothing around, and that's no good either. So make sure you get 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, get about the same for carbs, and then balance it out with some good healthy fats. But it is balancing for sure. The next question comes from Erica. She asks, can you walk through a few exercises? I'm having some trouble firming up the soft spot right below my butt and the sides of my hips. I'm working on lunges and squats and running, but I think I need something to go along with that. Well, Erica, you're on the right track as far as your squats. Make sure you're squatting below parallel. I did do a video about a month ago with getting glutes in gear for summer, and I'll include that link below the description on this video. So you can just go down and click on that link, which will show you demonstrations. Otherwise, some exercises would be reverse hyperextensions. You want to do weighted bridges, hip thrusts. Also, sprints are great, and then if you can, sprint up stadiums, that type of thing, and any kind of press or squat to below parallel is going to recruit those glutes. The next question comes from David. He asks, I'd be curious to know how to maintain strength in the core while reducing waist size for a nice V-taper. Well, David, it's a good question. A lot of times when we work on building strength in the core, it also equates to adding size. What you can try is doing a little bit more plank work, maybe doing some med ball throws, some explosive work that way. And I always like the rollouts. Those are pretty good too. And the other thing which I've learned from bodybuilding is to create an illusion of a smaller waist by building the lats. So if you work on doing like T-bar rows and wide grip pull downs and bent over dumbbell rows, and you add some size to your back, it will make your waist look smaller. And that's something that I had to do too. So there are many different ways to work the physique to where you can create the body that you want, even if you weren't born with the body you want. The next question comes from Laroyce. She asks, when is too late to eat? Well, I don't think there's a magic timer that says, bing, okay, you can't eat anything. It more depends on your schedule and when you go to bed, when you work out. If you're lifting weights at 9 o'clock at night, it's important to get protein and carbs right after you work out. So there really isn't a time when you should stop eating. However, I would say, about 90 minutes before bed is when you want to get your last meal in at the latest, just because, if you're trying to digest your food, it oftentimes will interfere with sleep. So you want to get a good night's sleep, and you want to make sure that your body's not working on digestion while you're trying to rest and repair and recover overnight. So that's the only thing. And then the last question comes from Lindsay. She asks, can you give us an example of your typical track workout? Absolutely. One of the simplest ones that, I usually, it's like one of my go-to workouts would be 10 by 100 meters. And that's just on the track. And you would sprint the straightaway and, really push it and walk the curve, sprint the straightaway, walk the curve, and do that 10 times. If you're new to sprinting, start out slowly. I would say do more of a stride and build up to it, and try to increase and improve your time each session out. But if you haven't sprinted before, I would not suggest going out and doing 10 100s. You might shoot for 5 and just get the blood pumping and really get to feel how you're moving on the track and work up to it. Well, looks like I gotta go. Thank you for the questions. Until next week, train hard, y'all.